Okay, let's look at some games.
That's terrible.
Okay, the first game was, by the way, each game has a story. When Karen plays a chess tournament, she like shows me her game. I mean, anybody can do that. When I show you a game, I have a story. Okay, even though it was 92, I have a story about each game. Because I remember specifically, what was going on at the time, like during, before the game, after the game, why the game was important, and so forth. Mainly and so forth. Okay, the first game is against Mike Kebrdle. He's a 2100 player in Michigan. Well, he was in 92. I don't think he plays chess anymore. And this game was played on my birthday. And some people do well on their birthday and some people don't. Typically, I do well on my birthday because my birthday, which is September 6th, is typically around Labor Day. And in Michigan and many other states, many people are saying the state championship is around Labor Day. So if I play a rated game on my birthday, it's probably the Michigan Open or the Ohio Championship, because I lived in Ohio also. And typically, I was one of the top players, if not the top player, especially in Michigan. So when I'm playing on my birthday, I'm pared down, and then I win on my birthday. So on most of my birthdays where I played rated chess, I won a lot. Now, the other side of that is Joel Benjamin, which is funny because he's also Benjamin. He told me he does really badly on his birthday. He said he always loses on his birthday. I don't know why. And I ended up playing him on his birthday at the U.S. Championship, and I crushed him. So he was right. He said he does bad on his birthday. Okay, this game was played on my birthday, and that would explain some of my opponent's moves, because it was my birthday. So you know what I mean? Okay, don't blink, because this game ends very quickly. Okay, that was the game. Okay, now we're going to go to the next game.
Did somebody mark it? I didn't notice.
Yeah,
oh,
Tensor
there it
Extension
is. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. Man, you were old in 92? Even I wasn't old then. Okay, so we played... We Where's the game? Oh, hey, that game's there. Okay, then I left and came back and the game appeared. Thanks, Just.com.
Man.
Your classroom works really well. Okay, so we played a Slav. I had the white pieces. I also played the Slav for black, so I could have been black, except my opponent made a mistake on move 4, so therefore I couldn't be black. Okay, in this position, D takes C4 is the Slav, and then E6 is the semi-Slav, and A6 is the A6 or Chelabinsk Slav. Although I didn't say Chelabinsk right, or Slav. So those are the most common moves. You can also play the Schlechter Slav with G6. Karen is probably oblivious to the fact that Schlechter was almost world champion.
Yeah, I'm oblivious.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Farty Party 927. So there's a guy you've heard of named Emmanuel Lasker. Mm-hmm. They played a world championship match, and Schlechter was ahead 1 point with 1 game to go. And they still argue to this day whether he had to win by 2 points or not. Some people say he had to win by 2, so that's why in the last game he played crazy. Some people say, no, that's crazy. Anyway, he was winning the last game, Schlechter, and he lost. And Lasker retained his title, and that was the end of Schlechter. And nobody's heard of Schlechter. But Schlechter was almost the world champion. Then you would have heard of him.
That's quite a name, Schlechter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and G6 is the Schlechter Slav.
Could you hand me that?
This?
Yep.
That's the last one. We've been saving it forever. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my opponent made a mistake, which is unfortunately common at the lower levels. Bishop F5. And when you move your queen bishop in chess, you always weaken your B pawn. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. And I quote the famous chess aficionado Michael Jackson when I say that. And so the quote unquote refutation of Bishop F5 is to take on d5 and then play queen b3. And the reason is, basically, black is losing a pawn here. And if black doesn't want to lose a pawn, then he has to play bishop c8. Then you're in an exchange Slav like 2 tempi ahead. So that's just much better for white. White has 3 pieces out to 1, and it's white's move. But I think bishop c8's the best move, but people don't play bishop c8 because that would acknowledge that your bishop f5 was ridiculous. Okay, my opponent played a terrible move, especially for a 2100 player. So he should be ashamed, which I'm sure he is. However, I need to point out,
Yeah.
it was my birthday. Okay, so queen b6 is a known pawn sacrifice. I take the pawn, and the idea is if you trade queens, I can take here with check. Now, one of my ex-wives, I don't remember which one, I mean, I do, but she would make this mistake all the time. Mm-hmm. And she had a lesson with Aviv, and I told Aviv about this. So shows Aviv the game, and Aviv says, I think you've done that before. And she said, no, that was different. And his response was, that's right. The last time you did it, it was Tuesday, and today's Thursday. Oh. Yeah, he got her good. Yeah, I kept telling her not to do that, and then she would play bishop f5. So we got divorced. Okay, so he played the move b6. So when you play b6 in chess, like if you're Scottish Demon Goat, for example, okay, then you need to play bishop b7. You can't play bishop f5 and b6. I've never been so angry. And I've had this position several times. And if you put an engine on this position, you would assume, well, Ben's complaining a lot and material is equal and white can't win material. So maybe white's like plus 0.8 or plus 1 because Ben's complaining about b6. Okay, my engine says white is plus 3. Okay, that's how bad b6 is. And the better you are at chess, the more hopeless you realize b6 is. You weaken all the white squares forever. It's a forever thing. When you move a pawn, that's forever. And the only thing worse than forever is Forever 21.
Okay, the store.
Yeah. You agree that's worse than forever, right?
I don't know.
Would you ever buy anything there?
No.
See?
But it's not. I go in there and look sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really like to wear many clothes these days. That's how you know you're old, when there's not enough clothes going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't buy stuff.
Okay, so I've had this position several times. I've played e4, which is an excellent move. This game I played bishop g5. So I have the obvious threat of bishop takes knight, and then I take this pawn. Mm-hmm. And if you play e6, defending your pawn, then you really open up this diagonal without your bishop being able to go back to d7. So now e4 is completely winning for white, threatening the bishop and threatening bishop b5 check, which is crushing. Okay, so the engine wants to play knight bd7, but it says white's +2. He played bishop e6, okay, which is fine. I played e3. The engine wants to play e4, but I'm still +2. He played a6, which is the engine move, stopping me from playing bishop b5 check. I played rook c1. Now it says I'm +2.5. And like nothing's happening. It's symmetrical pawn structure. But him playing b6 and a6 and bishop f5 and bishop e6, it's no good. Can't do that.
Did you say what his rating was?
2100 plus tax.
Oh, you did say that. That's just a weird place to put the bishop.
Yeah. Okay, now he played the move knight bd7. Okay, and I played bishop takes f6. And if he takes with a pawn, then I win this d pawn. Knight takes d5. So he took with the knight. And then I made a move and he resigned. So what move did I make? What's the best move? The engine says I'm +5 after this move.
Okay. Let me see.
I was surprised he resigned. However, I was more surprised how winning the engine said my position was. Thanks, Sir Percival. Thanks for everybody who supports the stream. You guys are all the best. Unless somebody supports it more, then they're the best. But you tried.
Let's see.
This is the part where we could have music playing.
Yeah. Thanks. We could.
The chat is suggesting every legal move. And some of them are right.
Did the chat care about the music one way or the other? People liked it when I did it with the poker.
Yeah.
I mean, I got like 100-something people watching me play. You know, hey, I cashed. You guys don't know what you missed when I was playing poker. It was a good stream. I had fun. I just don't see it, but I'll just look another moment. I want to hold everybody.
You have to look as long as possible.
Well,
you can't just give up.
Well, mainly I don't want to hold the stream up.
You're not holding the stream. This is the stream.
I know.
Like, that's
but
part
they're
of it.
faster than me.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They put the wrong move faster than you do, but some people are thinking. Like Bonarici said, still thinking.
All right. Well, let me keep looking.
You're much stronger at chess than most of the people who are watching.
No.
But the people who put answers are typically the higher rated players because they have an answer. Your student Gabriel suggests bishop takes a6. That's because I've given Gabriel more lessons than anybody, so he's right. Hey, Cuckoo Meister. You got a job offer as a breakfast cook. The life expectancy. What?
Okay, I do have an idea. Let me just see that. Get it to work. There. Oh no.
I didn't think Gabriel was old enough to watch my stream. Hi, Gabriel. Although he did have a birthday recently, so okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, but this is unsweet tea.
Wait, who's one of your students is on the stream?
Well, his dad said so. His dad said that he suggested a move.
Oh, well, how old is he? We were talking about bad stuff.
He's 9.
We forget all that bad stuff we said.
No, but he got older.
What do you mean he got older?
How much are your private lessons? That's a Karen question. I'm not taking students at the moment.
Darn, I don't see what to do. I'm going to have to give up.
You have to look at all checks and captures.
I did. I was looking at the bishop check, but I couldn't make anything out of it. I mean, the king is boxed in there, okay, so there's only that one escape
Bonarici
square.
says, keep looking, I'm thinking.
Okay.
And with lots of exclaims.
Well, I see that the king is trapped, stewing in his own doo-doo. And so if you can come in on that diagonal, you know, he's made it. But they've got the bishop and the knight there helping out, and the queen. So I couldn't really figure out what to do. Maybe if I went... Can't go in the other way. Or maybe if I check with the queen over there. Let's see there. Check. And it comes there. And check. Let's see how that does anything.
What board are they looking at? What? The one on the screen.
Darn, I just don't see it. I'm going to have to give up.
Okay, so I play bishop takes a6. So if he takes my bishop, my intention was to play queen b5 check, winning his rook. But actually, the engine prefers knight b5 with the idea of knight c7 check. And black is sort of stuck here because knight
Right.
c7 check is annoying. But I was going to play queen b5 check, which is also winning. And he resigned here.
Darn.
Because if he doesn't take my bishop, knight b5 is very strong. Because he can't stop knight c7. His king goes for a walk, he loses everything, gets mated, etc. So after bishop takes a6, resigning is actually quite reasonable, which I was surprised at.
It took you a while backspace. Yeah, I feel like now I could have gotten it. Like, it's not that hard. It's just a fork. Take that luring. Is that a decoy? And then a fork? Or I don't know. I get the names.
I took a pawn. It's a sacrifice, but not really.
Yeah.